Look, new Claude Fable 5 made this out of my one really messy hand-drawn draft. But wait until you see how it actually did it, the full process of how I actually managed to make this. First, let's see what Fable 5 actually is in 60 seconds, really quick. It's a new model, as usual. We can see all benchmark and that it's outperform everything as usual. But what's catch my attention, it's if we will go to the Claude YouTube account, they also shown how Claude Fable designs a 3D printable model in Claude code editor. So we can open and see the prompt and how it's actually do it. It's everything is polished, accurate, and it looks really impressive. And that's why also here we can see fluid simulation. We also have music here. Yeah, and that's why I thought, okay, everyone just bragging, yapping about this benchmark and how clever it is, but no one's actually tested on real design and engineering task like building some product. That's why in this video I'll hand draw in my notepad some prototypes or draft, messy draft, because I'm not really great on hand drawing stuff. I will hand draw some prototype or draft in my notepad of the interface, and then I will give it to Claude with some references and some designers prompt tricks that we also used with Claude Opus 4.8 and 4.7 and so on, and we will see what it will build for us. And in parallel, at the same time, we will do exactly the same thing with Claude Opus 4.8, so we can actually compare, is it really worth it, is it really better, and so on. Okay, right now I need to come up with some ideas. So I will go to Mobbin, go into maybe some dashboards, and came up with some ideas of what we can actually build with it. Maybe some interfaces or stuff like this. Okay, I remember I tested it with some chat interfaces, so maybe let's... Yeah, I think structure should be something like this, but we will left a space for a new model to advise and suggest us something, and because I'm really interested to see how it will came up with its own ideas, I will give just a direction of what I want to build and what I want to see. I also really interested about the accuracy with which it will accomplish these tasks. All right, I'm done with my draft. You can see here it's really messy thing. Also here. So, and right now let's take a photo of this draft and come back to the Claude code, and we'll try to build it with a new model and at the same time with old Opus 4.8 model. Okay, now we came back into Claude, and first thing I want to do before we will start building is to reference analysis. Of course, before even starting thinking about building anything, you need to see references and how it was done before you, what we have on the market. Yeah, I'm just prompt to the Claude that I want him to research references for me. Why should I do it myself in my hand when I can just ask Claude to do it for me? So yeah, let's wait. And basically what I want to do, I want to see the best messengers and interfaces, take maybe 3 or 4 of them, and based on them I will ask Claude to give me better prompt, like what it should contain. I will dive deeper a little bit of maybe interactions, small features, and then I will combine these references, what I want to see in my messenger on the screen with interactions, context menus, and so on, and my hand-drawn draft. Here's my hand-drawn draft, and we will combine it and we'll see how Fable 5 with 1 million context will be able to create it. Here you can see that I'm on Fable 5 with 1 million context. Okay, now we can see that it's finally finished, and it gives me WhatsApp, Telegram, Messenger by Meta, Signal, Discord, Slack, WeChat, Line, X, Intercom Messenger. I'm interested in Intercom Messenger. Also we have X. Okay, here we can see I'm not really impressed, but maybe. Line, it's our iOS, but we need web. I like Line. What else we have? Discord, Signal. So yeah, let's get these links, copy and give it to the Claude. Also, I will attach my draft and ask it to analyze and give me best prompt to build it. So here I attached links to the references on Mobbin. I want you to use as a references these three apps as a design and interactions, different state references. I also attached my hand-drawn draft of the messenger screen I want to build and some piece of a prompt I'm thinking about. Like I want that all design decisions should be yours. I want interactions like a real product, like a product you will ship to the market. So analyze it and give me best possible prompt version. Considering this prompt that I will attach to this prompt my hand-drawn image references, and I also could attach Mobbin links to the references, but you better just mention the apps names because we have connected Mobbin MCP, and my Claude AI new Fable 5 will be able to search it with MCP. So yeah, give me the best prompt for this task. I insert what I'm yapped here as a prompt. I also ask it to be specific, and I want to build it like a real product that I will ship to the production with interactions, different states. So right now I wanted to give me a best prompt that I will insert in a new session with my draft prototype that I made. Okay, it's finished now, and as we can see, here's the prompt. First, how I read your sketch. It's read my sketch better than I even imagined it when I drawn it. Okay, build me a desktop web messenger, attach is my hand-drawn wireframe, deliverable, one self-contained index HTML, embedded CSS, vanilla JS, no build step, no UI libraries, desktop first, designed, okay, it must feel like a product you'd ship, not a demo. Prompt is perfect. Everything is perfect, as you can see. I assume it will cost me a lot of tokens. Thank God I this research and prompt creation alone took almost 5% of my 5-hour limits. Thank God I have 2 hours and it will reset. I will not wait too long. So now we will copy the prompt and paste it into 2 parallel sessions. In one session we will use Fable 5 model, in other Opus 4.6. I pasted the prompt, attached my draft, Fable 5 test folder, Fable 5 1 million context model. We can see at the right our Fable session running. Here at the left I created a new folder for Opus 4.8, and let's choose Opus 4.8 1 million context, and we'll start in a new folder and in a new session. And right now in parallel, let's see how they will build it and if results will be different or not. Finally it finished after more than 30 minutes from each side. They finished almost at the same time. It took the same amount of time for both of them to create it, and for both sessions in parallel it took 40% of my 5-hour limits. I expected much more. Fable 5 spent 200,000 tokens, and Opus 4.8 spent 10k tokens more. First, let's see my Fable 5 version. First look. Okay. I really like it. And what's about interaction? Okay, even counters. So if I will update, yeah, counters disappeared when we came to the chat. Okay, I opened the chat. It's different message. What the fuck? How? Okay, folders. We have folders and read groups. All search, for example, mom. Okay, we can type in the. Look how clean and polished interface is. Everything is aligned. Okay, we have some issues here, like we have the green dot here and green dot here. It's obvious that we need to remove one dot from it, but it's a small issue. What's about? Look how clean it is, and it's not looking as an AI slop. It's actually look like a really nice interface. What happens? Why I received the message right now? Ha! What? It's HTML demo file. Ha! I. How it works? What? Okay, I can type and send a message, and we see. What the fuck? Who answered me? What? Who are you? As a person answering. Okay, it's answering with the real messages. But how? Okay, we cooked. In my previous test, I understand how it's built, how it works. I have some expectations, and I know how it will work. But right now, enter to send, shift enter for a new line. What about attaching image? Okay, here's we see a bug when I clicked image, but we have stacks, and look, okay, here it's normal. We have a stack of messages, and here we have corners, and you can see form of a stack. But what if we will send 3 messages in a row? Yeah, you can see that stack is working fine. So here we have more corner radius, and here we have less. It's a small design detail that previous models and previous tests showed that it works not so well. Okay, I can like my message, I can like his message, I can look reply interface, I can type. We don't need Figma, we don't need manually creating designs. Look, one prompt. You see here my prompt. Just gave it this kind of draft, my idea, some input, some taste, like of mine, like I chose some references, and then delegate everything. And look what we've got: full working messenger app. We even have a toast message here, like it's not in a build and it's animated, works. Settings not in a build yet, profile not in a build yet, saved. I have emojis, I can send one. Images, yeah, we already seen this bug with images. I have even draft. We can see we have draft here. State, yeah, it's fully functioning. Can I preview? I can preview the image. And the main detail here is that I didn't give it any icons or images, and previously it was impossible to have a consistent nice icons. It was a big problem when designing, it was a big pain in the ass, but right now we have icons. We have everything working. But I confused that I don't have context menu in the chat, and for the messages for the chat, yeah, I don't have it. But it's amazing. I really like you can see personal messages. We don't have name because we don't need it a P2P, person to person messages, but in a chat we have names under the message bubbles, and it really nice unique design decision. It's not generic like in AI slop versions. So yeah, it's Fable 5 version. Now let's compare it and test Opus 4.8 version. Okay, now we see some differences. Opus 4.8 version, it's a different interface and it's more like design slop. In this version, this font, Anthropic font we have here, icons almost identical. It's also pretty nice. We have context menu, looks cool. We have toast messages, settings icon here with a bug, not polished. In Fable version we don't have such details, everything looks perfect. In Opus Wars also you can see that in Fable version we have fav icon and it looks pretty nice, and in Opus 4.8 we don't have fav icon, so it's obviously Fable is better in these details. We don't have hover effects and we can't put a reactions. In Fable version we can put a reaction. Also you can see alignment is missing a little bit, it looks messy. Fable version everything is perfectly lined up. And don't get me wrong, Opus 4.8 version is also pretty impressive and well, but if I will type, okay, it's also we have typing animation and it's answering us. We have missing stuff here. Yeah, in Opus 4.8 version we have much more mistakes and bugs. Look at it. What is this shit? In Fable version we don't have such bugs. So in the conclusion, what I want to say is that as you saw, Fable model is better. It's not significantly better, but it's recognizably better. Like you saw a concrete specific examples and points where it's done a much better work, it's done it better, and also it did more work, it provided more work than Opus 4.8 and spent less tokens. So it's much more impressive and better, and I definitely will use Fable 5 model from now on. The process, the taste, how you build, how you provide the context is still mode. Your taste is a mode. You still need to understand what to build and how to build it and why you need to build it. The second big thing that distribution becomes harder and harder with this, because as I build it right now with one prompt and showed it to you, so as a crowd of people can do the same easily, fast. You need to come up with ideas of how you can differentiate yourself, how you can stand out from the crowd. And it's a big questions and a big problems right now, because we see in the App Store significantly increasing amount of apps, but no one uses them. So yeah, I will definitely focus on a distribution and growing and developing my taste more than on building some tricks, prompt techniques and stuff like this, because as you can see, with every model, with every step, it's becoming better, and you need to think about prompting and how it works less and less and less. And the only thing that matters is your taste, your distribution channels, and understanding what's important, where the real problem is, and how to solve it, and how to distribute it. So hope it was helpful and interesting for you. I was really impressed. I spent a lot of time and effort in building it and creating this video. I need to edit it also. So if you want to become better at building and designing products up, solving problems, if you want to think like a designer and build like a machine, because I'm originally a designer, as you can see in the video from my process, And if you're interested in this stuff, if you want to grow and develop your taste and understand distribution better, it the things I am focusing on this channel, and I will post more videos and show how I build my products and share, distribute them. So yeah, follow to design and build better products with AI and grow and develop your taste. And see you in the next one.